Hello and welcome back for what will be our genuine level 5 episode of A Shift in Time, and we begin with this beautiful view across the marsh. We've got the reflection here in the water, the birds of prey flying around in the distance, some really nice colours there. We were, you'll recall, halfway through the Saltmarsh. We're literally picking up exactly where we left off. We're going to attempt to complete the chain here. Let's see how we get on. Obviously, as I took the level 5 prematurely, all the gear and everything was catered for in the last episode. Nothing whatsoever changed. I've literally just pressed stop and start again, and we are good to go for the second part of the chain out here. The good side to that is you are spared my mountain of waffle at the beginning, to the relief of many, I'm sure.
Aren't anywhere on this deck.
I think we'll do the buffing when we get to where we're going, because we have so many short-term things. If I buffed at the start, by the time I'd done the swim, they'd be half gone.
Beyond it, you can see a cave leading down into the depths of the water.
We'll just buff at the cave entrance here. Hope everybody's having a good day. You'll be pleased to know that the rain has finally stopped here, which is good for me because I've got some dogs to walk later on today. Okay.
The underwater cave opens up into a large.
Can't believe I went for the boxes before everything. Why is nothing moving here? What's going on? I want you all to make a circle around me, and you're not doing it, people. You're warriors. You're supposed to be closing. What's happening here? Come on, people. Shake a leg. Or not. It's all the same to me. Okay. Boom, boom, shake the room.
There are doorways to the north and to the south. The north door is sealed, leaving the south.
I think I saw somebody saving there. Most irregular. He did me a favour there, that last warrior. Just made his way down into the area of effect in time to be stunned by the shout. I wish I could say I'd planned it this well between the shout and the thorn bloom, but I literally happened on both quite by accident and decided to try, which is kind of the spirit of some of these series, isn't it? Just experimenting with new things. I mean, that's one of the points I tried to make in the first episode of this one, about the longevity in the game in general, you know, trying new things. I think there are some of you have said to me you've been in the game much longer than I have, some of you since beta times, and you're telling me you're still learning, you know, all sorts of little bits and pieces, so I think that's nice. Nobody will go near me when I'm doing this kind of thing because they don't trust me not to set the traps off. I can't say I blame them because I have an appalling track record for that.
Gears whir into action, and the ground shakes as a massive door
Silly
glides
mistake there. I should have saved the boost, the wings thing for this area where there is actually a trap.
The newly revealed passageway leads into another section of the cavern. The rasping sound of lizard folk voices can be heard further in
Shout.
the distance. A trio of lizard folk
Get him,
guard a
get him,
nearby
get him,
cave.
get him. Get him. Come on. And what happened to that when I was facing him? Come on, game, there's no excuse there. I was facing him, I think he was targeted, and my spell didn't take effect on him. Maybe I hadn't, what do they call it, the tab target? Is it hard target? I hadn't hard targeted him, and so that's why it failed. It's a little bit clunky, some of the targets. I prefer the ones where you can just target an area with the spell, like this Thorn Bloom, where the area AoE is centered around us, so we don't have to specifically target anything. Same for the shout.
You can see that the cave continues beyond the cascading spray of the
I'm trying to go and collect as many as I can here, and you need to die immediately. So does the archer guy at the back there. Lovely. Shrine, I think probably yes.
Peering into the
I'm going through a bit more. Yeah, the howl and the bloom, as mentioned before, they're a bit heavy on the old spell points, aren't they? I'm not metaing anything. I don't think you can you? You can't meta that. And I haven't got any metas on the bloom either. How much does the fairy fire cost? Oh, it's only 5. It's not that that's draining it. Okay. Are there any opponents in it? I don't think there are. I think I've just been a bit silly there. I could have just swum into here, got the breakables and then done the buffs. There is a chest up at the top there and some traps, but I can't do anything about either of them, so I'll just leave it. Another passage optional here.
One to the west and one to the south.
Can we shout? We can. Get the archer gone. Oh, there's several archers in fact, aren't there? Get the boss, come on. I think he was very resistant to electric, sadly for me. Okay. I think the flame strike when it comes will be much more effective, and it won't necessitate us being sat there in the middle of all the opponents, so that's going to be much nicer. But until that time, this thing is doing alright for us, so I have no complaints. Now if we didn't have the howl to hold them in place, I suppose we'd be holding them in place with our own body, so we'd be taking much more hammer. Oh, you need to go. We get a big group together here, maybe around these archers, possibly. I always try when I'm sitting there with a group around me, if I can see something that looks particularly nasty, try and lightning that out, so when the group wakes up I'm not faced by that thing.
You can see a pile of crates matching the sailor's description on the other side of the room. As you approach the crates, you hear a guttural voice.
Shout. Get the creeping cold on the boss if we can. Nice.
The lizard folk traitor is dead. Now, to recover the cargo you were sent here to find.
About the keys, by the way, well, this will be useless advice because the event will be over by the time you see this. But
Seems like the sailor wasn't telling the truth.
my approach, I know some people like to farm the graveyard thing. I'm not good with any kind of farming, but as you've probably seen here already, you do pick up your fair share of keys anyway, just through the course of regular questing. And if the event's lasting any length of time, like it is this time, a month I think it's lasting, then between the keys you pick up anyway and the ones you could find for quite cheap, I bet there'll be a lot for platinum for reasonable prices towards the back end of the event, because they expire, they're useless once the event's finished. So just have a bit of patience and wait until the last couple of weeks if it's possible, and you could have as many keys as you want.
The Sahuagin have captured this seaside fortress from the lizard.
Nice things to go for. I would say the augments, the Ruby of Ghostbane is nice. The festive diamonds of Con, Intelligence and Wisdom. Even if you don't want them for yourself, I'm sure they would fetch in time some nice shards on the shard exchange.
I'll head to the lower level and try to distract a couple of Sahuagin patrols.
Come on, put the hat back on. Okay, let's give them hell. They're all going to come around this thing, aren't they? Shout. Yes. Lots of happy purple faces, people. Yeah. I'm still wondering about the viability of this thing at the cap. Obviously I'm not going to have anything boosting the enchant DC, but we do have spell focus mastery in several places on the gear. We are also getting hammered here. Can I just use one of these to save a bit of mana? Yeah, I should have been doing that. Instead of healing with mana, I should have been using our cure serious potions. Quite the misplay on my part. But if you are not new to the channel, you will know I'm no stranger to misplays here. I'm going to try and do the old freeze tactic here. That was the cloak going off. The mimic cloak has a sticky goo guard, which there was quite nice because it blocked up the door from the things that were trying to come through against us.
Construction tools nearby and new tile on the walls show that the Sahuagin are converting this old lizard folk fortress into their own military base.
Now can we... Yeah, we can. Come on. These have got to go. They're all nasty. Come on. Get that champion lightning. Yeah, not too bad. So in times of trouble, like Reapers and Champions and things, we're leaning quite heavily, aren't we, on that Howl, which we totally wouldn't have without the racial points. So it's an example, I suppose, of abusing the high number of racial points that your character has accrued over time. Come on. Just leave those to their own devices, I think.
The fortress shakes, and the water covering the floor rises slightly.
Are we doing for... We're not, are we? We're not doing for buffs. Are these going to come to the door? Some of them are. Not enough though. I won't waste the things on a freeze for this, just these two. Okay. I heard a soul. Oh, there is a shrine in the middle. I think I'll take it after we've done the 3 puzzles here. Now this is going to be rotten. The one good thing about this is they're all going to come piling at this door, so we can try and hold them here, I think. This would be a good use for our last Reaper boost. Yeah. Now that's been pretty effective. Very good. Those doorways are our fortress. Big pile together, come on, big pile. Yes. It would be much more satisfying if I didn't have to grind them down in installments, but I'll take it. It's debatable whether, I mean, if I maximised that, well, if I maximised that, no, I don't think so. I would be, let's look. So I'm, what, tripling the cost by maximising it, and I'm certainly not getting triple the damage out of it, am I? Because at the moment the force power is something like 170, so it would be maybe double at best. So I think what I'm doing is probably right. I think we'd very quickly be on little to no mana if I did that. I think we're going to find from memory, because it's been a long time since I levelled Fools as a Druid. He was at the cap for an awful long time. I think we're going to find that the flame strike is a little bit clunky as well when we get it. I don't know if it's the targeting and or the delay between triggering it and it actually casting. But I know there's something there that's a little bit challenging. But I would still suggest it's going to be better than the one we're using now. I think there was a bug, surprise surprise, a while back where the opponents actually got our version of Flame Strike and we got theirs, so we had a tempered down version, didn't we? And they were one-shotting poor unsuspecting people with it.
And the water rises once again. The Sahuagin must be using magic to sink the entire
What's happening here? Lovely. Let's get out of here. I shouldn't have gone down there. I was supposed to be over here. Now I'm not seeing the displacement animation around us for the lesser displacement that the Should I have gone down here? I'm trying to make a big pile out of them for the shout tactic, but I don't think this was the right thing to do. In fact, I know it wasn't. This is ridiculous. Yeah, that was among the most stupid things I've done in this series so far, I think. Okay, let's just take the time to heal a bit. Preferably waiting until the out of combat. Are we not classed as out of combat now? No? Okay. It must be these two down here. Now in the fullness of time we will have enlarged, so we'll be able to hit from ridiculous ranges, which will be nice, especially with things like Finger of Death. I'm hoping to make a lot more use of the Finger of Death in this iteration than we have in the past. In the past it's been thrown off on a corner of my hotbar and used very sparingly. This time we're going to have significantly better DCs across the board, apart from evocation. So it would be nice to take advantage of that, and Finger of Death is one way in which we could. Can I kind of call them to this door, perhaps?
Figure commands the throne room. This must be Baroness Six. The strategist behind the Saltmarsh.
She's not frozen, is she? Let's try and eliminate her if we can. I think we got her. Freeze the rest of them and finish them off. Except they weren't frozen, all of them, were they? One of them was a champion, was smashing us. Come on. All in all, that section I give me about a 2 out of 10. That was pathetic, but on the plus side we got through. Finally we can have some proper healing. We've still got enough mana. I always do the distract some of the patrols at the start. I don't know whether that's the best option, but it does mean that down here at the bottom we don't have too much to go through now before the end. Now we're looking for the buffs. I think we've run out of everything, haven't we? Where are we at now with the rage on? So con and wisdom with when rage, and dex too. Dex doesn't even have a thing boosting it at the moment, I don't think. So we're looking all right. Okay, shout. Seen the Reaper in there. There's a demon soul thing there that's not held. Luckily we critted it, I think. I'll just wait here a second, get the health back before we go into the end. Okay, Reaper boost.
The High Priestess
Dodge.
has just arrived at the fortress's main entrance.
We're going to shout in the middle of all this, I think, if we can. Yeah.
You and the air breathers cannot stand against Codex Page. We control an endless army drawn from the plane of water.
Oh, lovely shot on the big water weird thing. I wish I could say I did that on purpose, that I knew the electric would smash it, but I didn't.
Take the Codex Page. This evil artifact would be safer in the Gatekeeper's hands. Denied the power of the Codex.
I'm pretty sure this quest is where the really nice Death Ward clickable skullduggery cap comes from.
Coastal areas.
Really nice to have.
The Sahuagin have captured the seaside fortress from the lizard folk. They're using it as their base of operations for their invasion of the coast.
Not today, people. Right, so I always look for the big stone in the landscape, which tells you where the hole in the ground quest is. There it is. On a misty day it's a bit difficult to pick out.
A large hole leads down beneath the earth. Strange sounds and a strange.
Now from memory, these casters in here are very dangerous. What do they call them? Bullywug croakers or something.
Into a large and deep cavern. It may be a challenge to find your way back to the surface.
Okay, let's do it. Now we're going to go and shout in the middle of that. I think we are. I think that one who died was a Colours of the Queen trigger, because I hadn't cast anything offensive, and he just collapsed in me. We'll allow it. Oh, come on. It's a good finisher for if you've got a few of them on low health. You just chuck the thorn bloom in and have done with it. Croaker, get it gone. Come on, come on. This is going to have to be a shout. Gather them around the ranged. Oh, how could I do that? Leave the nastiest one alive. Things to do with spare chocolate, by the way. Oh, this is another pappage optional. Spare chocolate, I think you can use it to get the gloomy restoration potions or gloomy potions of death ward, can't you? Those only require chocolate, and both of which are quite nice to have on classes that can't natively cast that kind of thing. Shout work on these. Immune, you little buggers. Okay, we'll just have to thorn burst you as best we can. In Legendary, it's definitely worth, unlike in the Mithranor expansion, it's definitely worth doing the optionals and chests here, especially the easy to reach ones, because any of them can contain filigree, especially on the higher levels. If you play on Elite or above, you've got a good chance of getting some valuable filigrees in those optional chests. Can we block around the door here maybe? Are they all going to come piling in? Yes, let's go for it. I think the spell kind of went missing there, I don't know why.
Flickers to life as you touch it.
Let's try and remember the path. What about the buffs? Oh, just for a change, I was almost exactly right. I think we'll just steam in here. We'll shout. Oh, I'm missing the most important one there. Okay. Nothing earth-shattering, but we got the job done. And we're going a bit low on mana now, aren't we? Come on. Yes, mana is a bit of an issue here. Can we see a shrine anywhere? Not yet. Well, as mentioned in the past, Echoes of Power is a thing on this build, so we can totally do all the spell-like abilities on that. I think I need to stop doing the shout and thorn tactic for now while we're a bit low. Just try to, having said that, in the middle of all this, what choice do I have really? I'm gonna have to. Mana conservation. Actually, that was false mana conservation because it cost me some to heal, didn't it? Right, elementals. They should be. Oh God, there's a crown.
Perhaps it leads to the way out of the forest. Yet to get there, you'll need to get over this forest.
I thought maybe they'd be vulnerable to electric. They're taking decent damage, but they're not vulnerable to it, are they? Not purple numbers.
As the wheel aligns to the correct symbol, one of the geysers spouting from the pillars slows.
Okay. Right. We want jump. We better refresh our death ward. Acid. Freedom. Feather fall would be good here, wouldn't it? So we seem to have a fairly decent, with what we've put on, we have a fairly decent jump score now. I haven't invested any into, oh yeah, wow. So we're almost at, are we wearing, maybe we're wearing an item that boosts jump as well. I think he, way back when, he collected a tome of jump 3 from, is it from one of the Evening Star chain rewards? I'm surprised to see it so high. We've run out of rage again, haven't we? Just gonna have to be patient here. I think if they all come and surround us, we're gonna have to do the shout. Okay. Oh, we got some more. Is there a shrine? Yeah, there's a shrine. So this is the last group. Let's get in the middle and shout. Nice. Okay, I think there was probably another shrine along the way that I missed, I'm guessing. but it's nice to have sort of lean burn options when we need them. Because quite a number of casters are pretty well goosed, aren't they, when they reach the echoes of power. But given a little bit of running round and waiting for cooldowns, this build is usually able to survive between the 3 SLAs. Right, I think we're going to be holding this door again, aren't we?
The door opens to reveal a large
Let's
bully
try and
wall
sit in this
open to
corner
the
out of the
sky.
way of stuff inside the room.
Commands his smaller kid to
Broker at the back needs to go. Somebody there isn't dead. Oh god, spells are not working. Right, now can I just wait here and heal before going for the next lot? Yes. Take that. Let's start with the thing on the boss and then retreat back to the door. I think we'll stick here where we were. We've got a we've got a creeping cold on the boss. We'll focus the boss because the rest around us are frozen, I think. Okay, now I know that's not the end of it. There's some more in this corner here, aren't there? However, oh yes. Guess that's an example where quest knowledge can really help you out. We jumped them before they had a chance to spread out, and so made that much easier than it could have been.
A ladder leads up to the surface and out of the bullywug's lair. You've escaped.
What have we got there? Silver watch.
A large hole.
Now there's a
leads
real
down
sense of
beneath the
foreboding.
Strange
1,000
sounds
teeth.
and a stranger
1,000 teeth is imminent. God, he's made such a mess of me on occasion. Am I going the right way for him? Yeah. Now, 1,000 teeth, we do have some answers for you this time, because we do have some decent single target damage, unless you are resistant to or immune to, even worse, lightning. Shouldn't be. In fact, we should do alright in this quest. There are some nasty single targets. Those water weird, I think they may even be vulnerable to lightning when they pop up. So we might do okay here.
This cave stinks of death, magic, and wine, in that order. Judging from what you can see, the Sahuagin have set up some kind of ritual to control the giant crocodile, and they're using it to raid passing ships. Some of these wine casks have teeth marks. Big ones.
These little puzzles are all variations of the same thing, so once you've kind of worked your way through one, you should be fine with them all. Come on. Now those over there, I don't think they're doing anything to us, and we can't really hit them either, so I'm going to leave that for now. Oh. Oh, love it, love it. Thousand teeth. Lightning! Boom! Thank you.
Retreats into the water, unaccustomed to food that fights back. Cursed beast!
Lovely. The ones at the back we can't deal with.
Straining to control the crocodile. Another wave of Sahuagin
Another wave?
surged from the west.
Let's get off these barrels then. I think we might have to shout here. Can we shoot you from where you are? Can we get that one? No, gonna have to go over there. That's alright, we can do that. Oh! Now is this the one, can I reach that one? No. Can I cheat? Is this the one where the water weirds come up? Let's just refresh our things so we don't forget about them. Okay, no, it must be the next one where the water things come. Okay, lightning, 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 lightning. That'll do.
The Sahuagin's barrier vanishes. The mage is now within your reach.
So if we can hit Thousand Teeth with the creeping cold, that would be good to start with.
The beast is fully committed to the battle. The great
Nice.
crocodile thousand teeth shudders, then collapses into the mud.
Okay, happy days. Went a lot better than I anticipated. The wings were quite helpful in that one to stay out of the nibbling things in the water.
Massive tracks in the mud lead to a dark and stinking den.
Oh, go away. This is one thing that's changed with... I'm going to have to spend some mana here, aren't I? It's one thing that's changed with the going into the new quest, the Reaper quest, not boosting up all your things. Going through a wilderness, normally I would, you know, happily shoot things on my way, maybe get a few slayers, just shoot a few bosses or something. But now I'm conscious of the fact that it's draining the mana for the start of the quest, so that's a bit unfortunate. Aside from that, it was just such a nice quality of life thing to step into the start of a Reaper quest and restore all the mana if you happen to have... Well, restore everything, wasn't it? If you happen to have died somewhere along the way. Now, finding this campfire has never been my forte, so hopefully I'll just blunder into it. Looking for that telltale plume of smoke and in before I'm miles away from where I'm supposed to be. Would be nice if it could be marked on the map, but you can't have everything, can you? Is it that over there? There, I've gone in a circle around it.
It looks as though many travelers have used this campsite to pass the night over the years.
Now this is going to be the quest for the
You awake from a troubled dream filled with
the
sorrows
Howl and
suspicions.
Bloom strategy, but it's also going to test the mana So we do have a shrine back here if we need to recharge. It's going to test the mana management to breaking point, I think, this one. There's a shrine in the middle as well, isn't there? What's that, 4 or 5? Wild magic. Oh, that's the... yeah, lesser displacement and all that, yeah.
Several Sahuagin lie dead.
Oh, yes, please, thank you. I think we've got one more group that's going to come. Oh, we've got some serious bossage in there, haven't we? I think on closer inspection you can actually see the little thorns bursting out as that spell is triggered.
The closest one is just to the southwest, across a small bridge. Two injured fisherfolk cower at the foot of the Sahuagin shrine, which pulses with evil energy.
Okay, no ranged people. Everybody in.
The first shrine collapses.
Now we do have a cheeky ranged one at the back there, don't we? Sneaky heal. Yes, just managed to get out of the Reaper nerf. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Get them all. Go on. There for the taking. Yes. One last one. Arcanist, you can die. I think we can see from the volume of miss that we're getting on the screen that this strategy would be suicidal on a beginning character with less of the armor class and defenses than this one has. We'd have to be doing a lot more on the movement side and dodging things rather than just absorbing them, shall we say.
The Sahuagin shrine also creates an eerie image.
Keeping half an eye on the mana bar. We can see the shrine there in the distance. We're going to have to time when to take that. Oh,
Sahuagin forces rush to the attack.
froze the champion. That's a very lucky one. All souls gratefully received. Skirmisher, you need to go. Come on, let's have some melee people here. Oh no. We'll set it up around this one then. Nice. Sneaky heal in 3, 2, 1, boom. No, didn't get it. Come on. Oh, he's a Skyborn. We have another range behind us messing us up.
The Sahuagin defeated.
Okay.
scanned the horizon. Sure enough, a third shrine can be seen to the northwest.
Now there's an optional here, yeah. Package optional. Are we going for it? Mana's a little bit tight, but we do have the shrine there. We'll go single target against them. Oh, he keeps jiggling about the sea lion thing, and so we're not getting our spells to land on him, which is annoying. Okay, the creeping cold should finish him. So let's go and get our prize up there. Was it worth it? A resounding no, I think. But worth it for the adventure. Now I've completely let lapse our boosts again. At the cap, we will at least have a longer duration on the
Clearly, the Sahuagin are building a network of these evil
on the
shrines
rages
as part
and
of their plan to conquer
regenerating rage, so that will help us, but even so I'm going to need to pay a lot more attention than is the case at the moment to it. I was waiting for them all to get in here. Yes please, thank you. I think we've got another two. Sneaky heal maybe. Ding. No. Ghost. Oh, we don't have a shield up. I can't get that guy from over here, can I? But we can from here. Last group then. Come on, we need to outlast these. That's not very good. That tells me there's a lot of ranged around here. No, no, no! Oh god. How many missed targets were there? Okay, nice.
Sahuagin reinforcements, perhaps?
I think that 800 must have been a colour of the queen trigger, because there's no way my little fire thing can do 800. Right. And the mana just worked out nicely there for the shrine, didn't it? Okay. So where are we headed? There's a collectible that kind of shows the way. There, that tells you you're on the right track. Let's make sure the buffs and things are on. Yeah, this is one, I keep saying this is one really nice thing about the play at the cap in general. You do the buffs and most things you just forget about. Of course there are things, trances like know the angles and that kind of thing, and this rage for barbarians and shifters that you need to keep up with, but broadly speaking there's a lot less to keep track of, which suits me just fine.
Now, to destroy one more Sahuagin. Don't see any more nearby. Sahuagin spring forth to make a desperate stand.
Oh, we can freeze a water elemental. That's interesting. And very helpful in this case, as it was a boss. Okay, last wave I think before the end. Oh, this is a big group. That thing needs to go.
You hear angry
Okay,
shouts to
nice
the
one.
north.
We'll
A
just take a
powerful
moment to
Saltmarsh,
heal and
clearly
then
aware
we'll
of his
go and
intention,
assault the
stands surrounded by crates, the pitiful remainder of his
end. Now we
tribe.
remember the water weird thing gets absolutely smashed by electric, doesn't it? Try and get rid of the trash. Lovely. Right, come on.
Though
Oh, it's
surely
not
the
up yet.
sea devils will continue to
Nice.
Speaking of them, it's time for you to finally get a good night's sleep.
I think we'll take that. And with that we just gained level 6 as well, so happy days.
It looks as though many travelers have used this campsite to pass the
I
night.
still
over
can't
the
believe I
years.
made the mistake that took the 5 early. Given what I'd done, I'd prepared everything. I like to leave myself in the right place so I know which quest I've planned to do. And I'd left myself in front of the Cerulean Hills entrance, planning to do the Gatekeeper chain and the other stuff in there for the level 4 episode. Totally forgot about it and just lemminged into the trainer to take level 5 this morning. So that's where we went wrong with that one. Right, I don't think we've done too badly in the Saltmarsh. Managed to avoid death. Well, I think having a ridiculously overpowered character does help in that regard. But even so, we've found a nice little tactic there between the Howl and the Thornbloom. Just to reiterate, my character here, Fools, has a silly amount of racial points, so he's been able to have this Howl of Terror more or less from the start, and I think we did actually have it from the start. Been experimenting with it for those without any other source of AoE crowd control. It's very strong. I mean, it lasts for only about, well, it says paralysed for 6 to 24 seconds. From what we're seeing here, it's much closer 6, isn't it? I know durations are cut of crowd control in Reaper, but we're not seeing anything like 20 plus, are we? Most of the things are breaking free after that 6 seconds, which just about gives us 2 Thorn Blooms before they're free. But even so, it's been a real godsend that. We could have tried the same strategy without it, but we'd have been taking an absolute pummeling. I think there would have been some deaths involved if I'd have tried throwing myself in the middle of active opponents. So much better that way. Working our way up in the Season's Herald tree, and can't wait until the Always On shield from this Fey Illusion tree, which we'll also be going into. Okay, I think I've waffled on for much too long already. Thanks very much as always for looking, and I'll speak to you next time. Take care.